Hi everybody, my name is SHANTH ENJETI and you're watching SHANTH ENJETI Art. I wanted to let everybody know about the SHANTH ENJETI Art TeePublic store. I've updated the site with some new designs, including one of my favorites and one of your favorites as well, the Made with Liberty in the USA. That is available to get on a t-shirt for all of you guys who've wanted that for a very long time, as well as the Nosfero logo t-shirt, the SHANTH ENJETI Art crest t-shirt, which I love, the Speakeasy logo. So there's a bunch of new stuff there in the shop. Every bit of support you guys give this channel, whether it's my channel members, thank you again, or sending the super chats, buying the t-shirts, every bit helps me to do what I do, and I thank you guys so much for doing what you do. As always, speak easy, stay gold, keep the faith, and peace, because that is what Shanth means. Thank you everybody. Now on with the show. What is up, all you fine, beautiful people? I have to be honest with you, these cameras seem confused. So let me do this. Let me switch these things up just a little bit because it don't seem right to see it looking like this. There we go. That's a little better. We got a nice blank sheet of paper. I also have noticed, and we'll see how this goes, if I can get... I just got a text from a buddy of mine. We're going to check out the eCam interviewer mode in a sec, and I just got a message from him. He goes, I'm having trouble with my cam. So I don't know how this is going to work. I don't know if my computer is going to be up for it, but we're giving it a shot. But here's what I'm doing tonight, guys. Here's what's going on. Here's what's happening, okay? Here's what's happening up in this place. We've got the great Mighty Geek Studios here. It's great to see you, Mighty Geek. This was spontaneous. This was unplanned. I'm still trying to shake off my cough a little bit, but I decided... after bringing in the new year with my wonderful family, my wonderful supportive family, and a day, maybe 24 hours of packing boxes and getting Nosfero ready to ship, I decided that what I wanted to do as the first sort of act, YouTube and art act of 2024, is I wanted to start roughing in the cover for Nosfero 2. So, here we go. We're doing it. You guys are seeing this beautiful blank sheet of board, which sometimes can be both intimidating and exciting. Jim Cox! How are you doing, brother? Jim, you might be interested to know that I packed up your box today. So, on the 2nd, once the post office is back open, I will be delivering... Happy New Year to you, my friend. I will be delivering that to... the post office, and I'm very excited about it. And my wife goes, oh, look, it's Jim Cox. So, you're known around these parts, Jim. You are known around these parts. So, channel member Jim Cox is here. We got 40% Zed in the house. We have got Mighty Geek Studios in the house. Look at all you fine, fantastic people. We've got channel member Jeremy Burtz up in this place. I am so excited, guys, because I have been boxing up comics. I ran out of backing boards today, which is both great and frustrating. We got Mo Biggs in the house. We've got Hazard in the house. Heavens to Betsy. God bless you, Hazard. Mo Biggs, Happy New Year, Mo Biggs. It's wonderful to see some of these names as I box up these comic books and get them ready for you guys. So Happy New Year. We've got Haldir in here as well. Where are you? Let me see if it comes up in my chat here at eCam. There we go. It's great to see you, Sumo Thori. All of you fantastic people. My God. Happy New Year to all of you. God bless you. And I have to say, my name got my notification, says Jeremy Burtz. I love hearing it. One of the reasons, look at these beautiful channel members. Sumo Thori here. Thank you so much for your support, man. I was watching It's a Wonderful Life, which was the inspiration for the Made with Liberty course, my crosshairs on top of my T-shirt. So let me just move it back. But my Made with Liberty in the USA logo, which I don't think you can really see, and it's a little too early in 2024 for me to show you any more than that. Was inspired by Liberty Films, which is, of course, the name of the film company that the It's a Wonderful Life was made for. That was the Frank Capra's film studio company. So that was a huge part of it. And so that's what I want. Oh my God, Sumo Thori gifted 5 SHANTH ENJETI art memberships, guys. Grab them while you can. Your name will be in the credits next stream if you get a hold of those. And I see a lot of people are doing it. Sumo Thori, you legend. I mean, what do we do, Sumo Thori? Wait, I think I know what we do. We're going to send you 2. We're sending 2. We're going to send 3. We're going to send 2 different videos. These are for you, brother. Charge! Charge! Boom! Look at you, beautiful people. We're gonna have a whole chat full of new members here. It's great to see you. And we are a members only stream. I don't know what that means. But yeah, that's right. You little ripper! That's right. That's an ode to my brother from another mother, Michael Bancroft. Hang it. Hold on a second. There's a knock at the door. I feel like this is Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. Is it Mr. McFeely? We don't know. So let's see what's happening. How this works here. See if I can bring you in. Guest in the green room. It says add left, add right. This is very upsetting. I'm going to add you to the right and see if it works. Look at him. There he is. Huge on the screen. How are you doing, brother? Can you see yourself? Can you see the screen?
This is way too big.
Yeah,
my
back
face
up,
is
man.
way too big.
You're freaking us all out. No.
Yeah, it's scary.
No, you're all right. You're
Half
fine.
of my face is way too big for all of your face.
I know, it's kind of weird. I think everyone feels uncomfortable now. You know what I'm saying?
Very much so.
Very much so. So we have got my man Rocky Ballesteros in the house. How are you doing? Happy New Year, brother. It's New Year out there on the West Coast. You excited?
Yeah, it's gonna be a crazy year. I think it's gonna be very scary this year. I think.
You think? Oh, let's not go there. Let's make it horrifying. You rip us as SDA. Great to see you, SDA. Look at all you beautiful people. Rocky is a towering presence. I agree. I don't know what to. I can make it like worse for him. I can do whatever I want. I can do add left. Look at this. I've added. Look at that. Is that terrifying for you yet?
Kiss.
Mwah! I love you. There's paper between us, sadly. I can go solo. I can make
That's
you
perfect.
solo.
I like that.
Look at this. That's it. That's the stream. We've got.
That's scary.
I love this. This is the best horrifying thing we've ever done as of late. So let's get back to some sanity here. So yeah, it is great to see all of you guys in the chat. Look at these wonderful people. So yeah, 2023 was way too long of a year for me. 100%, brother. How's it been for you?
It's been good. I mean, this break has been pretty chill. It's been good. The kids have been off. They're off for another week.
Yeah.
My wife had some days off. I work at home,
Nice.
so I'm always off, kind of. But
yeah, or always on, depending on.
yeah, that's right. There's no in between. But it's been good. Yeah, we didn't travel this time, so I think we've been able to like just rest and relax and just like be. But we didn't get as sick as you guys did.
Oh yeah. We've been having fun. Happy New Year to you, awesome one. Can everybody hear my brother from another mother? Let me know. Make sure you can hear him in the chat, and then I'll pop his face on screen every 5 seconds just to freak us both out, which I think is important because. So here's one of the things I'm working on, and I'm going to see if I can do. One of the things I really want to try doing here now that I've got you here.
Whoa.
Which is it'll be scary. Let me see. Let's try.
Happy New Year, everybody in the chat.
Yeah, man. Oh, now we're cooking. Now we're cooking with cat grease. Dude.
I gotta move over. We can do like Hollywood squares.
Dude, tell me this isn't so fun. Look at this.
It is, but I gotta make my head proportionate to yours, or otherwise. I
No,
feel like
that's
my head's
actually when we are in real life. Your head is that big.
You don't know what a deep-seated hurt that hits.
Does that hit a deep-seated hurt? That's sad. That's sad. You gotta embrace that deep-seated hurt, man. That's what we love. Can everybody say, we got cat grease in here, Sumo Thor. You know we do. Can everybody say hello to Rocky in the chat? Can we get some hellos for this dear man who's known me for ages? So here's the thing, man.
Happy New Year, everyone.
It's great to have you here, man. You want to hear some trippy stuff right now? Do you want to hear some trippy stuff? You're not. No, you know what? I don't think you're gonna like this. I don't think you're gonna like this. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Okay?
Okay.
Listen
All right,
to the
I'm ready.
words that are coming out of my mouth. What I'm about to say. You're not gonna like this. Okay?
What's
We
up?
are. I don't know if I can even get us there. We're 7 months away from having met 30 years ago.
Oh,
30 years ago.
I was talking to somebody the other day, and I was like, you know how old we are?
Yeah.
We are so old that we feel like the 80s are still 20 years ago. But you know what? The 80s are actually 40 years ago. Hey, whoa, what's up this?
What is this unlicensed business going on?
I don't know.
What the Hades is happening here?
I don't know.
This is terrifying. That's on your end. It's across your whole screen. What the hell is happening over there? What are you doing?
Year.
Happy New Year, you unlicensed psychopath. Hey, Happy New Year, comrade Sammy. Oh, free version? Is that what it's saying? But this ain't the free version. This was licensed, y'all.
Hang on a second, people.
Is this on your end or my end?
I think it's my end.
Are you sure?
I don't know.
Sumo hooking me up. Yes, shout out to Sumo.
Take me off the screen. This is not good.
I kind of like. I love that. He's like, I'm out of here. I'm out of here.
Hang on a
Look,
second.
it's just gonna be empty, and we'll hear you. That box will be a hole in our heart, guys. We're still figuring out all this ECAM, interview stuff, and some people come on here and are criminals. I think is what we've learned. And the criminality is what scares us. So yeah, as I was saying before, guys, you appear on one Shanth stream and they take away your license. It's true. Guys, listen, let's be real about this. By the way, what is going on with sometimes YouTube has been amazing. I've got 10 likes over here, 0 likes on YouTube, and when my streams end lately, it erases all of my views, and I'm like, interesting,
What?
YouTube. What's your... Yeah, there's some buffoonery going on with YouTube, but that's... Look, guys, we do this to connect with the audience, and so, like I said, today has been an awesome day of shipping away all of these books. So here you guys go. This is what you came here for, ish. This is the start of Nosfero 2's cover. And I have been thinking about this cover all day. And I've been thinking, oh man, I've been thinking about it for a couple of weeks now. So, Nosfero, Death Will Die, folks, is the title of the book. And it is going to be the next Nosfero issue. And I'm very excited because we are introducing something that I really considered introducing in book 1. But that my Asian brother from another mother is having tech trouble. And we've got 2 Asians up in here.
Yeah, that's not good. That's not good.
That's not good. Happy New Year, Daily. It's great to see you, man. Look at all these new channel members. You guys are rocking it. Sumo Thor is kicking ass, man. You guys are amazing. So yeah, so I am starting this. I have been working on it and being incredibly excited for all of this stuff. For some reason it doesn't want to load chat. Yeah, that is really weird. Yeah. Guys, look.
Everything's falling apart.
It's guys, listen, it's Y2K, all right? That's where we are again. It's the end of days. But yeah, so I started working on this, and I realized one of the things I need to add to Nosfero, because it really, adds to what was one of the big influences for it, which is, of course, Solomon Kane. As I said, I've got to have me some flintlock pistols in this. And so that's been one of the things that I've been really looking forward to adding. And so on the cover of this book, look out, fellas, look out, ladies. Laurel is going to be wielding a flintlock pistol. And so that was sort of goal one for this book, was to just kind of up the ante as I'm working on it. Let me see here. Whoop, cancel. I'm not trying to... My net crashed. Maybe his crashed too. That could be it. You never know. Everybody's saying, yep. That's much cooler title than Memoirs of Watching Bancroft's Star Trek Stream. Life Lost the Will to Live. Yeah, listen, guys. That Star Trek stream is hated on way too much, man. We love Star Trek in this house. I know it might not make for the greatest stream. I know you guys love you some Star Trek too, but we gotta have patience for that stream, man. But yeah, we are. I mean, it's weird to like you invite somebody onto your stream and you find out they break the law. It's really upsetting.
I'm sorry, everyone.
I know it's all right. We're gonna get through this. It could be on my end. That's the funniest part of it. Like,
I'm gonna say yes. It is.
Okay.
But it's.
Do you think it's on my end?
No, I don't think it's your end. No, I wouldn't do that to you.
Well, we'll see how it goes. Let me know what is up.
Because the problem is...
The subscription to your camera thing?
No, I actually did pay for a subscription. That's the problem. That's what I'm trying to figure out right now. In all the excitement of 2024.
In all the excitement of 2024. 2024 sucks.
If this is any...
Listen, this is the best part. So let me talk to you guys. Let me talk to you guys about the fun of all of this stuff. And if you've ever wondered what my chicken scratch looks like, some laws were meant to be broken. Absolutely. Maybe we can call my boy Crack Rocky. Oh, that's such a great nickname, Crack Rocky. That's for sure. Welcome to the Crack Pack, man. Mo Biggs is welcoming you in, and we all know. Crack Pack backs when it comes to backing books, man. And oh man, I was getting so nostalgic for those days. I was watching my brother from another mother, Jeremy Ice and Fire, the other day, who will always in my heart be Lord Crackhead 33. And I was getting so nostalgic for some of those early streams and really the birth of Nosfero, the birth of everything we're doing here. Shout out to the Crack Pack. Look at this moon, #moon Crack Pack. There you go. Look at all the love here. Yeah, cross the border and get free stuff. That's how I think we got here.
Wait, what is that? I'd love to know what the majority, or I don't know, maybe you already know this. The majority of the people that are in the chat right now, like, what time zone are you guys in?
What time zone are you folks? Because there's some
just turned
some Australians
New Year's here in the West Coast, so I can't imagine unless everybody's on the West Coast. Which I doubt.
Well, there's people on the West Coast. There's people on the East Coast. I myself am on the West Coast. We got awesome one in Tennessee. Shout out. Both of us have been in Tennessee before, both Rocky and myself. At least about 30 years ago we were. Terrifying. Central Time Zone, says Mighty Geek Studios. Pacific for me, says Mo Biggs. American Discord says it's 1:23 here. Shelby Robertson in the house. It is great to see you, Shelby. How you doing, brother? 123 right there, and then everybody's saying hello to Shelby in the house. Hail, Shelby, people are saying. Hell yeah, American Discord in the house. It's 323. Hazret, you know where I'm at, Hazret. And shout out, brother. Or sister, I should say. It is great to see you in the chat. And yeah, 323 here as well. 223 here for Haldir, and 223 for Comrade Sammy. Yeah, I mean, for me...
Wow.
As you know, I just get rolling, about this time. This is my time. Which is whenever everyone's asleep. I crawl out of my crypt because I'm crypt walking and I get going. But yeah, this cover, man, I'm unbelievably excited about the sequel to Nosfero because I do not allow myself to think about the next book until I finish the one I'm working on. And I've been holding off on letting myself even think about what this thing could be. And so to be here now, as it has often been said, but to be here now and to be doing this stuff is really cool because I've got under here, this is what I've been working on today. So I've been working on Eric Weathers' Battle Brick Road to the portfolio. Awesome. I just retweeted it today. You inspired this, dude.
What?
You inspired this, remember? You said you got to paint some chimpanzees for Eric Weathers for Battle Brick Road. And I was like, oh yeah, let's do that. I was doing some... Yes, happy 2024, everybody. Shanth streams from the house of Leave It to Beaver in the 50s, I'm sure. Yeah, I actually probably do. There's no getting around it. The first thing my wife noticed about me when we met, was that, I was crossing the Rio Grande. But the second thing that she noticed about me when we met was she goes, you use outdated slang. She's like, you use slang from another era. Like, catch up with your slang, and catch up with us, Sumo Thori, says American Discord. Yeah, I've always used crazy slang because I started watching Jimmy Cagney movies and all that kind of stuff, and yeah, it was those kinds of things can definitely affect you. But I'm temporarily confused when it comes to my slang. That's for sure. So many funny stories that could get me divorced. But anyway, so little time. We'll save it. We'll save those for later. But yeah, man, it was great to bring in the new year. The missus and I always dance to Harry Connick Jr.'s "What Are You Doing?" New Year's.
You're such a romantic.
I am a romantic, man. Are you kidding? I crushed it with romance this year, dude. Yep. I am the bee's knees. I'm the cat's pajamas, some people have been known to say. Do you know what I'm talking about? We've got "How's Your Father? How Are You Doing?" Gee, that's swell. That's absolutely right. Let me tell you something right now, okay, guys? I don't care how judged he was. The ultimate player and one of my role models in life was the great, wise thinker, Eddie Haskell from Leave It to Beaver. Eddie Haskell could roll up on your doorstep in your porch, like, just to rob the place. Be like, oh, hi, Mrs. Cleaver. You're looking lovely today. That man was awesome. What's up, Simply Green? How are you doing? Yeah, arg, Shanther Malin, don't make me choose. Is Malin streaming now? None of us know what day it is. I think they've got to be doing Comicsgate Kings and Post Kangs, don't they? My God. Yeah, Sean's where it's at, says Shelby. From your lips to God's ears, man. And shout out to the coach, guys. Yeah, man, it's, but I love all of that stuff. Like, I was watching It's a Wonderful Life. I showed my kids Eddie Rascal. So fresh. Yeah, more like Eddie Rascal indeed. And it's one of those things, man, where I was looking at, I gave my wife, I think, the greatest Christmas present ever. And the thing about it is, and I need you guys to understand this, okay? True love and the key to a loving marriage is winning the holidays. Do you understand? It is a contest. Just defeat your spouse like they are your enemy, but nice. With love. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, when my mother-in-law sold the house, my wife unearthed all of these old 1978 Norelco, they don't even make it anymore, dictaphone tapes that her father spoke into. And she collected them in a bag, and she's like, I don't know what I'm going to be able to play these on. So for Christmas, I ordered her a 40-year-old new-in-the-box Norelco dictaphone. That's the only thing that can play these specific tapes. And I said, I wanted to give you, baby, for Christmas, the gift of your father's voice. And she was like, I got you some beef jerky, and let's be honest, she won. She won. Yeah. She really won. She knew that the key to Shanth was beef sticks. All right, guys, that is how it is. Jeremy Burtz, I love seeing all of you guys in the chat. Happy New Year. I am so happy you guys are here. I've been sick for so long with this dumb thing, and I've been trying to shake it. No, that's a different kind of phone, SDA. And don't pick it up. If you see one ringing, do not pick it up. Do you understand what I'm saying? You gotta be careful. Yeah, true love is defeating your spouse like they're the enemy. Thanks for the notes. I'm here to help, guys. I'm here to help. You know what I'm saying? Slim Jims are the key, folks. They really are. But no, man, it's. I look at all this stuff, and I think, if you had told me when I graduated from high school, which was we're coming up on the 30-year anniversary of me graduating from high school. or
Oof.
when I was picked to be the faculty commencement speaker, my first year hired as a full-time professor, assistant professor at the Montserrat College of Art, which was 10 years ago. I'm coming up on the 10-year anniversary of that. High school and my first commencement as a full-time teacher. That I would be sitting here doing comic books and hanging out with Rocky Ballesteros, my brother from college. I'd have said, yeah, that's probably going to happen. I got to be honest with you. I'm not that surprised. Just like I am not that. Yes, exactly. Yeah, my mother-in-law is all. We're close, y'all. We are very close. Know it. Some say the way to a man's heart is through the stomach. Others say through the sternum. I'm going to say sternum on that 100%. If you go through the stomach, you're taking the long way around. Because, the simple thing is, at the end of the day, guys, it's night. Boom!
Goodness gracious. You know what I had to do? I had to double purchase this stupid thing.
My God.
Oh my gosh. Happy
Well,
2024,
whenever I run
everybody.
into like a slight technical problem like that and I'm getting stressed out, I always look dead in the mirror and start screaming, "You're humiliating yourself." And I find that makes me calm down, relax, and miss home a little bit. But go ahead.
I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that because my mic was still working.
There you go. There you go. That's
It was
true.
just the camera.
Free Rocky. Look at this. Mo Biggs knows it was a conspiracy.
Yeah.
You know?
I blame Shanth.
God bless you
Always.
as well, Azric. Absolutely fantastic. Have a great time, too. Because it is the New Year, guys. And this is the biggest thing about this, right? This is the biggest thing about what we're doing here. I've got this list I can't show without doxing people here. But I've been having all of these inspirational things I want to do this year to get this work happening. Here's one of them. Okay? I wanted to take Lobster Johnson, Mike Mignola's PVC figure, and I wanted to just chop
Rip
it
his
to
arms
pieces. Because I'm sick of that. No. Because I want to use this I have two of these there. I have one that's alive over there. But I want to use this as a base for a maquette that I'm making of a new character that's going to be in Nosfero 2 using 2-part epoxy sculpt. So that is something I'm going to be doing on stream this year. That's going to be happening. Actually, in the next week or so, I'm starting this. So that's part one, right?
Can I give a quick shout out? I just wanted to say
Please.
hey to Awesome One, Comrade Sammy. They've been popping into my new streams that I've been doing, including you, Shanth, but I appreciate them. So it's good to see you guys here too. And also,
look, guys, if you've got to pick one of us.
who?
Sorry, go ahead. No, I'm just kidding. Guys, thank you so much for supporting my brother. I love how I just got dead quiet.
Yeah.
Look, that's not how we roll. Anybody in the chat not subscribed to my brother Rocky's YouTube channel, please subscribe to it, guys. Please subscribe to it. I'm responsible for putting him in this nightmare scenario.
Absolutely.
It's my fault,
making me
dude.
double pay for stupid licenses that I already have.
That's right. Yeah,
awesome.
And every now and again, for no reason, I send him a text that just says, "You're humiliating yourself." Like, I've got to work. You know what it is? The problems I have are in here, Rock. They got to be fixed in here so I can be open to receiving and giving love to people. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna
Fix
show
yourself.
you-
Hashtag fix Shanth.
Exactly, right? No, do you know what we do now? You know what my wife and my daughters, and I apologize if I'm about to ruin anybody's love of this expression, but whenever, oh God, I love them, but they're glorious. Lauren and my wonderful daughter, whenever they're out somewhere and something annoying is happening, they look at each other and they go, "Live, laugh, love." Oh, my family is messed up, man. Yeah, post a link to my friend's channel. He's actually authorized to do so. You can do that. Drop a link to your YouTube channel so all of these awesome folks can subscribe to it, man.
Thank you.
And live, laugh, love, everybody. Guys, can we make that in the chat? Can everybody put hashtag live, laugh, love? I think it's so needed. It's so needed right now.
So wait, the weird thing is with ECAM.
You gotta do it on YouTube usually.
Oh, I have to do it in YouTube.
Yeah, I have it open in another.
I
I've opened in another window because I can't stand the. Actually, people might even hashtag Mo Biggs has got it, man. Yeah, I love Lamp for starters. I think you all know that. But
You love what?
I love Lamp. You know what I'm saying? Boom. I already did it. That's it. It's done. It's done and dusted. You're taken care of, right? Live, laugh, love pizza. Awesome one knows. Don't say it 3 times or you'll summon the ultimate Karen. Shelby killing me, man. Lord. SDA. Hashtag live, laugh, love. Can you imagine if when people are just going hardcore on any of us, if our response was always hashtag live, laugh, love? I want to see Mark Millar go hashtag live, laugh, love. Mo Biggs is subscribed. Yeah, let's get those numbers up, man. Subscribe to this man's YouTube.
My goal was to get 50 subscribers before the end of the year, and I did it thanks to a couple people that came in the last well, not last hour. I think came in yesterday. I was super psyched about that. So thanks, everyone.
Subscribe. Look at all these subscribers we've got who are coming in here. There it is.
Thank you guys.
Listen, guys, these guys, right? When this is the best experience. This is the best thing for me in Comicsgate, which is I've been sitting in this space and I've been doing this stuff. You know, you've watched me since I was 17. I think I just turned 18 when we met. And we were, we've been talking about comics forever. To be sitting here with all of these, these long boxes, magazine-sized long boxes, where I'm bagging and boarding all these books, getting them ready to ship. It is, oh man, it's so cool, dude. I got so overwhelmed today, man. We got to,
oh wait, I got something to show you. Hang on one second.
Oh, don't you dare! All right, do it anyway. Dare. We got we hit a certain milestone with the amount of books that we've got packed up. And I looked at it and I just got overwhelmed, and I'm like, looking at some of these people who backed the book multiple times, head sketches. I couldn't believe it, dude. I was in shock. What have you got there?
All right, check this out, people. Oh wait, I think I.
Oh my God! You got to bring it closer to the camera now.
Okay,
you got to do it. It's gonna focus.
I can't.
Oh my God, dude! Holy cow, man! My business card that I printed up.
Should I not? Is that? That's not the same phone.
I don't know
number,
who those people are. It's not my same phone number.
No.
Good luck to them, I say. Holy cow, man! Yeah, that's an old Tennessee number. My God.
Isn't that great?
But yeah, man, that was us getting it done, man. When we were in college,
and then,
we were always doing this stuff. Wait. What is that? Oh,
I just found these because...
What is that? What did I draw there?
Wait. I can't get this in focus.
Dude.
I just
humiliating
found this
yourself. No, go ahead. What in God's green earth? Look at that anatomy. Oh, my stars and garters.
Wait,
Rocky's always going into the archives and pulling out the artwork of... Oh, my Lord.
Wait,
I feel like I can live again. Thank you, brother Rocky. Yeah. That's right, guys. Oh, my Lord, sketch, man. Wolverine Cyberman. Whoa.
I was visiting my sister, and she had some old, stuff in storage from our family. And I was just going through it, and I was getting my old comics, and then I ran across this stuff. I was going to mail it to you. How much stuff of mine
do you have, dude? I don't have as much artwork from that time, man.
I know.
I saw a good thing in the chat. I'm waiting for it to come up so I can put up here. Casio wristwatch, man, $20.99. Shelby, dude. Oh, shoot, man. He's killing me, dude. I love it, man. I love it.
I have multiples of those cards. Look at that.
Dude, I tell you what. I've made this joke. I actually said this to the missus the other day. Gosh, I said, this is a long-running joke. I said to her, babe, do you realize if it wasn't for you and Rocky, there would be no photographic evidence I went to college? I've never took pictures of myself.
Don't even get me started on the photos I found. I have the whole photos of, that trip.
Not from the trip to Rio. My God, man.
Yeah,
we were
all
kids.
These old photos where we were
I sent you a picture of one of them Lauren found. I don't know.
You did.
God, where was
But
it?
we're
We
like
were
a third of the weight that we are now.
Yeah, dude, I am definitely was a sixth of the weight that I am now. Oh, Gabe's in the house. Happy New Year, Gabe. It's great to see you,
What's
brother.
up, Gabe?
Everybody's saying Happy New Year, Happy New Year. Yeah, we have found the keeper of Shanth. Guys, you ain't kidding, man. I am really good. You got to head out. Mo Biggs, take care. You have a great one, my friend. God bless you.
Happy New Year.
And Happy New Year. Happy New Year, my friend. Let me tell you something, guys. I'll tell you something about this, right? So, and it's funny. So my friend Gabe in the chat was talking to me about his oldest childhood friend, which is funny because you're my oldest friend. And his oldest childhood friend is Filipino. And I said, holy cow, man. I was like, I got a story for you, man. I got a story for you. But it's too funny, man. Because,
old.
Yeah. But 30 years, man, that's a legit number.
That's serious.
That's a legit
like
number.
that's where that's like a precious metal, right? On the chart.
Yeah. Dude, yeah, that's like, oh God, what is that element? Is it element 115? Is that the element? The space element? What's up, my brother Phil? My brother Phil, who is my pulp brother in the chat. It is great to see you, brother.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, man, I gotta tell you. So I just canceled my, just the other day, I just canceled my StreamYard because Ecamm, when I first started doing it, its interview thing wasn't good at all. You couldn't see the whole thing, or I needed to click on, they added that new feature that you could sort of click on it so people could see it in real time, but the resolution is just so much better than StreamYard.
Yeah.
By a country mile. Yeah. I did a commercial for Jericho where I would just, basically, I was off camera and just going, all right, go, look in the camera, feed lines, I'll edit it for you. And if we'd done it on StreamYard, it would have been so low resolution. This is way better, dude.
Yeah, it's good. I like Ecamm a lot. Except for the fact that I was busted for the stupid license, but... So
you basically are now paying $900 a month for this easy-to-use software. You know what I mean? That's right, man. That's what it's all about, man. We gotta love it. Happy New Year, peeps, from Phil. So I'm sure you know my brother Phil, my pulp brother Phil, who does Lost Pages and is...
he was just on... I think I just saw him on Bancroft's stream.
Yeah, that's right. I saw that a few seconds ago, right? They were closing out Camel's book, right?
Yeah, I just caught a bit of it.
Yeah, everybody's just been gone to bed. My son just went to bed because it's like 3, and I said, all right, you either have to go to bed or have breakfast. Pick one of those. We're doing this. You know what I'm saying? And but it was so funny because Phil was kind enough to he had gone to this exhibition of Jim Steranko's. I think I've told you this before. And Phil was kind enough that when he went to that thing, he got this amazing catalog of Steranko's work. He showed it to me. He's like, oh man, I wish I had one of those. And he actually, when he saw Steranko later at a convention, I guess, they were selling the book there, and Phil picked one up for me, man, and sent it to me. I didn't even know what it was. It just came in the mail. Like, we talk about how great these folks are here in this space and why I'm looking forward to next year.
But does Phil have these?
Does Phil have those? It's tough to say. Phil
does he
has
have the Casio
things.
watch man? Does he have the
He doesn't have the Casio watch man.
I win.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he knows Steranko, but I get Casio watch, Sean.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. And so it's like, I've been telling people that this is the place for people. Ace is the place. No, it's not. We're not going to go there. But this is the place for people who are comic fans. Oh my gosh, I'm giving my copy to that book to Alex Ross this week? What?
Whoa.
He's in Chicago, man. Phil usually sends me packages too, but I let them marinate for 6 months before opening. That's rough, Shelby. It's rough, but you hurt the ones you love. Yeah, Phil's out of Chicago, man. So we were...
Nice.
I remember we were sharing pictures of some of the old movie theaters in Chicago because he was doing a 1920s kind of thing. So the old Balaban and Katz movie palaces, from that early 1900s period. And it's just crazy. Yeah, where is John, Comrade Sammy? I don't know. But I just got a book that's old but new to me that is inspiring my work right now. And it's this gentleman right here. Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you hear where I'm coming from?
I hear it. Amazing.
Arthur.
Is that new?
It's a recent book. So it's like 2000, I forget when it was, like maybe 2019 or 17. It's not that new, but it's the newest book on him that I've seen, and I've been wanting a book on this dude. He illustrated everything. Sleepy Hollow, Snow White. He is the quintessential, artist of this time. And just has this incredible look to all of his work. And so as I've been, getting, ramped up to do the next bit of Nosfero, I've been looking at things that are, and also as I've been shipping out the book and getting excited about that, a couple of things I've been looking at, and this is another one, The Princess of Mars by Mike Kaluta, where he took the text of Princess of Mars, and John Carter is in here, not John Carter, that'd be a Mr. Carter. And I look at this stuff,
and the wicked pisser of Mars.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. Yeah, the princess is on Mars, Mr. Carter. Up your nose with a rubber hose. But it's one of those. And I love Kaluta. And so, God, I want to spoil Nosfero so bad you have no idea. I just want to go and look. But it's yeah, man.
How many packages have you shipped out yet?
What's up? Well, I've just shipped off the initial batch, so those went out, and I don't want to give numbers because I don't want people to get panicked. but just in terms of, like,
3.
have I gotten up, like, Lauren goes, you should do an update where you show the progress, and I go, then everybody starts panicking they missed theirs. Or hasn't shipped yet, and I'm going, don't panic. But what we're doing is we're just updating the tracking numbers, but I've got 40 copies of books over there packaged and labeled that I'm going to be taking to the post office on the 2nd, and then January 2nd, I get a shipment in because everything's shut down for New Year's of new bags and boards because I ran out of boards. Like, I had a whole bunch of packed books. And Camel, congratulations, Camel, on your campaign wrapping up, brother. Great stuff, man. Great stuff. Oh, John, look at this. Beware, I'm never far, says John. John, we are always another rock star from your chat, man. I feel like you guys bonded here.
We have. We have.
Yep.
Yeah,
Nos
John's
is
the
from
man.
New Jersey. It's very true.
Locks it down
20K,
in the
congratulations. Yeah, heading to bed, folks. Take care, Phil. I know it's late there. As I'm rocking, but brother, it is so great to see you in the chat. Phil was telling me we got to get together this year. Phil, let's set up a show. I'm going to have you on my show at some point, and let's talk Pulp, man. Because I want to test out this ECAM thing with you, too. Because I think the resolution is next level, man. It's a great way for us to be doing what we're doing, and we can also do things like this, the overlays, where it's not just the box, that we do or off to the side. This allows us to really, like, customize things. I mean, perfect example. You can move the picture anywhere you want to move it, and it's a great,
you can put your head on top of the head of the character you're drawing.
Yeah, you totally can, man. It's the coolest thing. I can go just hide, and then occasionally, look at this with this. What's up? Look what you did. Do you understand what you're messing with, man? This is old school. All right? This is old school. This is Chattanooga, Tennessee days, man.
Yeah.
When we were kids with a dip in. No, you didn't have a dip in.
I didn't do that.
That's right.
No.
Yeah, you didn't do any of that bad stuff, man. You'd come by my dorm room and you'd be like, oh, wow, this is evil. And I'd be like, hey! How's it going?
Foggy. Why is it so foggy in here?
Is this your blood all over my shirt? What happened last night? And you'd be like, oh, man. It happens, man. It happens. But yeah, man, it's, oh, dude, I've got this great new paper that I'm using, or this great new illustration board I'm using. I've got, like, Michael Bancroft's piece is on the run. I made a big mistake. Not a big mistake on this piece, but the way I approached this piece, right?
Wow.
Which is this piece,
Michael, great.
Seriously, like, I love the Bancroft. People need to understand.
Are you done with that piece? Are you done?
Almost, man. I got to do a couple more things. I did something really, I did something on this piece that I've realized.
And when Shanth says he's got to do a couple more things, he repaints the whole thing.
Yeah, I just need to hit this bit with gesso. Do you know what I mean? I just need to gesso this thing completely opaque, and then let the painting repaint itself organically. So this is what I did. This was the big mistake. And 2023, guys, has been a banger of a year. 2024, I'm looking forward to. When I started his piece,
nice.
I was working on this piece. And I always need to have two going at the same time. Always have to have two paintings going, because it helps me not to get target fixation on that one painting. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I will just get absorbed in it. And I was working on this, and I went, I need to start my next commission. Like, I need to be working on that too, because I was like, I want to finish this first, because you need to breathe when you get into that last detail phase. And so I started working on this piece, and then it's got so much easier, to look at Bancrofts. It's a crazy thing, man, because, all we've got in this space, in the indie space, and I don't think people who are not truly in the indie space can ever really understand this, is we don't have a safety net. We don't have a plan B. There's no one to catch us. I'm not drawing. Don't worry. I don't think I'm gonna make Rod jelly. That's the hope anyway, man. Shout out to Rod Looper. He's doing some great work for Bancroft. But this is the thing for me, man. It's like, I just want to. Our artwork has to be so good. Our stuff has to look so good. That it breaks through the fact that it's indie. Do you get what I mean? Like, gotta be. It's not enough for it to be an alternative. It's got to compete. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. You know.
Absolutely.
And I look at this stuff. Yeah, I am not actually, Shelby. I am using. I'm using Ecamm, and actually both of us are using Ecamm, and when we do our stuff, our streams, and Ecamm is great, and it's the thing about it is
it's Mac focused too. So if you're on a PC,
it's Mac focused.
Yeah. I think OBS is super powerful, but it's almost like you need. For me, it's like the difference between having an iPhone and like a Android, right? It's like iPhone.
It's very
is kinda,
click and drag. It's very
super easy,
very intuitive, and it's very designer based. So Shelby, you'd love it, dude. Yeah, we do. And Mighty Geek, you're absolutely right, man. Yeah, we're performing on a trapeze without safety net, and yes, we are Ecamm boys. Mine is, of course, at Brown Sugar, Power Bottom 37, and I'm not going to go into his, but look, guys, love is love. It's 2024, okay? Comics Gate is great, all right? Hashtag so homo. So, I mean, no, sorry, I got it. Anyway, so here's... Yeah, you should charge chat off. Yeah, I know, I probably should. Yeah, but no, this is the thing about
starting
it too.
An OnlyFans shop.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it would be like nobody, right? 0 people showing up. I'd have fans to pay me to stop it. But no, if I don't have a couple of things going on art wise, it's very difficult for me to. I don't know, man. It's really difficult for me to get into that gear, right? Like, because you gotta the detailing aspect of doing a painting is really tiring. It's in terms of mentally tiring, because you start to second guess yourself. So working broader can help you to then change your brain when you're going into this stuff. And Michael's piece, it's funny, Razor Fist was difficult for another reason, because I'm trying to create this iconic Western thing. I think Eric's piece is difficult for its, has its own reasons, which is I want it to have this kind of, I don't know how to describe it, but this action elegance, I guess I would say. You know what I mean? It's like I want it to be, I want it to just kind of have like really great creatures, going back to my art books, which I've been packing up a bunch of those for people who ordered art books 1 and 2, which you already have all that stuff. And it's crazy, I started working on that, and then and then I just said, look, I've got to start working on Nosfero, like the character again, because I've got big plans for the next story. The plans are to tell a story with my version, this world's version of Dracula, and I've been wanting to do that for ages. Like, I've done my Nosferatu kind of version of the story. And now I want to do my Dracula, man.
That's cool.
Oh no, Jay is infecting you. You know what I mean? Yeah, it happens, man. But it's Can you dress Shanth up? We can take him out. Yeah, that's right. Yes, exactly. You know how it goes. That's how it is, man. Yeah, you can't. I think at that point it's pretty much lipstick on a pig. But I started looking and doing a lot of research on Dracula, which is one of my favorite books, because Dracula is this brilliant story of heroism, and funny enough, Nosferatu has elements of that. The first book. But book 2 is going to have more of it. And I wanted to bring something into it that's really cool. Actually, I'm going to grab it because you can hold him down. I'll hear you. But you can hold him down while I grab this thing. Hang on a second.
Grabbing what? What are you grabbing?
Oh, something
Let's
cool.
see.
Oh, you're going to love it. No.
We'll check out the chat. What's going on? Everybody's here. What's got 17 people? That's crazy. I mean, I guess everybody's here because of New Year's.
Everybody's at mail-ins right now, man. God willing, you know. I mean, the coach has been. I just ordered what's it called? Black Riding Hood on eBay because I missed it and I wanted to get it. But here you go. So guys, let's see if I get this in frame. This right here. Oh my gosh. This right here is going to be the design for Dracula's castle. Okay?
Oh my gosh.
No, that's not the oh my gosh part of this, dude. It's not the oh my gosh part of it. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can find this. Oh, dude. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it. Hang on. Let's see where it is. God, I have to go back really far for this. Shoot.
Did you make that out of like toilet paper rolls or what the heck?
It's made out of just white notebook paper. And it is dang.
Is that gonna be a stretch goal you can own?
You can that
the toilet paper roll map of Dracula's castle.
No way. Nobody gets to own it, man. Nobody gets to own it. The reason nobody gets to own this, okay, is because this was created, I've got the year here, in 2013 by my son.
Oh my gosh.
So he made this when he was 8, I think. 2005? What is that?
7?
Shit.
Oh, they were born in 2005?
Yeah.
I thought they were the same. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, 8.
So, yeah, he was 8 years old when he made that. And we looked at him and we went, I wonder if this kid's going to get is going to get a professional 3D modeling job when he's 16 or 17, you know, working on television. Yeah. And he did. No, we didn't think that at all. We actually, we had him commit. No. But I told him, I need you to build me a 3D model of that because he had seen that documentary, Sketches of Frank Gehry. We were showing him things to get him excited, and there's this part where he starts folding paper. So he leaves at 8, goes in the other room with scissors, and builds that, and we just we should sell him. Now, here's the thing. We only thought it for a minute, but this dude is crazy. And yeah, guys, I watch videos of that all the time. Awesome one. Envious. I've been to Romania. We had a choice to visit Dracula's castle, but we visited a gorgeous cliff view of the Black Sea. It was amazing. Yes. And I love that stuff. Nosferatu is Romanian for iron nose. That's actually what it means. And I didn't know that when I made the name. So I wrote Nosferatu because it was like Nosferatu, and I already had this piece of metal through his nose. And then I went, I better check and see if that means anything in Romanian or anything I could use. And it was like, all right, this is meant to be. It's that crazy. So yeah, I'm going to use this paper sculpture my son did because I know I could do some cool stuff with it and do kind of like an Anton, Gaudi kind of crazy thing with it. But I mean, I want to make it a little bit more universal horror and conservative architecture in that sense. But I'm going full tilt, full tilt universal horror. Excuse me, guys, I'm still getting over the vid. But yeah, I mean, I'm so excited, man. This next year's gonna be crazy. What are you working on, man? What do you got going on?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Well, I got to get to a point where I'm comfortable drawing on stream. Got to practice that. That's a goal for
Yeah, it is.
2024.
Yeah, it's
And
true.
yeah, just want to build out my channel more with content, and
Yep.
then make it more about my content, obviously. But just getting sucked in with all this comic stuff, it's really, really cool. I just love it.
It's
I love it
intense, isn't
more.
it?
It is. I mean, obviously I mean, you know more than me, but just the production of it and all that kind of stuff is one animal. But just
Yep.
the medium, I think this past year has just been falling in love with comics again. I really fell
Yeah.
out of love with comics for a
It's a
while.
lot of us, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and it just
that's a
coming
huge
back
part of
into
it.
it has been really fun and really exciting. And I think sharing it too. I was just at a store, one of my local stores here recently, and just
Mm-hmm.
talking with the store owner about what she was into, and I was sharing her what I was into. And some guy
Uh-huh.
walked in and he brought in all these old. It's funny that they're old and quote unquote vintage now, but like
Yeah.
original McFarlane Spawn toys. He brought them in, and
Yep.
it was just so cool to like look at them and be excited about them and talk about the comics that they came from. So
Yep.
it's been fun. It's been really cool. So more of that, more.
Yep. That's what it's about, man. And I'll tell you, excuse me, the interesting thing about how I work now, because you knew me in school when I was just a big time drawer. But the interesting thing about the way I work now is I really cannot draw for very long. I have to get to painting. Like, I just have to start
That's
roughing
awesome.
things in with paint um, because I need to just sort of build it out, if that makes sense. You know, I need to just kind of, just get the shadows in there and start really thinking about how this stuff's going to come together. So I'll draw for a little bit, but I will say, and I think I'll probably come back to it, but I really sort of, as odd as this may sound, I kind of fell out of love with drawing when
Yeah.
I fell in love with painting. It's been weird, man.
Yeah. No,
'Cause
it's
that was
great. It's your
everything,
journey.
man.
It's your journey.
Yeah,
Look, you came out. You produced an entire comic book painting. So
that was
that's
nuts.
part of
Dude.
your journey. I think for
Yeah,
me, I'm
that
like,
is crazy.
yeah.
What's that
For me, I'm
thinking?
falling in love with the mark making of like inking and all that kind of stuff again, or just the whole
Right on.
process of that part is
Yep.
what's really like getting me super psyched. So,
Yeah.
um, but yeah, this is like, don't, uh, yeah, you quote unquote fell out of love of um, drawing, and doing more painting now, but just look where it's taken you. It's incredible.
Yeah, dude. Let me say this too, right? Like, it's like and I guess that's the big thing I want to say to people this new year, right? So
Excuse me.
I started learning about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. I started taking violin lessons, and I haven't been able to do it because we can't afford them for right now because we're putting everything into these books, right? And one of my favorite movies when I came off to college, which I'm sure you knew this, I'm sure I've talked about it at some point, was Last of the Mohicans by Michael Mann.
Yeah.
Love that movie. Love the soundtrack. And I just started practicing playing the theme from that on violin. And I just was like, I'm going to try to learn this by ear. And I have to just go, and just do stuff.
Who's the composer?
Oh gosh, now I'm going to blank on the name.
All right, let me
Who
look
was
it up.
it?
Go ahead, keep talking. I'm gonna look it up.
No, but it's always because I can see the cover of the album, and I still remember.
Yeah, I know that. The album
It's like
too.
the most iconic soundtrack cover ever. But what do you
Trevor
call it?
Jones and Randy
Trevor.
Edelman.
Yes, that's the one I
Trevor
know.
Jones,
That
yeah.
yeah, that was the name I remember. Is it Randy? Is that what it is?
Randy Edelman, yeah.
Edelman,
I
yes,
guess there's
that's
two
right.
composers, yeah.
Yeah, and so I remember hearing that, and it looks like it's shot where I grew up. You know what I mean? Like the rolling green hills and all of that stuff. Oh my gosh, I built 2 Optimus Primes that transformed completely out of styrene and learning
Wow.
Blender 3D. I'm telling you, dude, we've got some serious folks in the chat. Look at this. I'm loving cooking. Look at this, guys. Yeah, I'm going to say this again and again, guys. Right on, Jeremy Burtz. The amount of things that you can do and you can try out. I like, I like doing comic books, and I like, having this be a work thing, and it is. When you're packing boxes, when you're, putting things together, and I seal every package. All my wife does, and I say this with love. Diesel, my brother, it's so great to see you, man. God bless you. But when my
it's the year of the dragon.
It is, man. I was born the year of the dragon.
I'm a dragon. Baby. Yeah,
you are.
Dragon's the best. Yeah, I am.
That's right.
Yeah.
Baby.
So,
hell yeah.
Huh?
I never doubted it. Game recognizes game.
Gosh.
I had to, man. Come on. Old man slang, man. That's what we do here. My boy Diesel is in the house. We're in the year of the dragon, baby. I was born year of the dragon, and I guess it was a month of the fire dragon. Is that the one it was?
Oh, wow. I didn't even know. What?
I guess there's more to it. But listen, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not an expert. I'm just a silly man. But, and 19 people watching. Thank you guys for being here. And again, if I haven't said it yet since you've been on the stream, Happy New Year to you guys, man. It's so great to see all of you guys. God bless you, Mighty Geek Studios, channel member legend.
I'm gonna
I'm lettering the inside cover for my book, dude. Sorry, go ahead, Rock.
No, I just said I'm gonna like, and people like and subscribe to Sean's channel.
God bless you all. Diesel, Happy New Year, brother. I love it. Yeah, I mean, we've got this incredible opportunity right now, and I was watching one of my favorite YouTube channels, which I know I've told you about, Townsend's, which is a great channel to watch with the family and just in general, if you're interested in how anything 18th century works. I watch a lot.
Yeah, I'm trying to build up a list of what everybody's favorite YouTube stuff is. It's just so cool to see how varied it is. Not just about comics, but about everything. And
yeah, man.
Anybody in the chat, tell us what your favorite YouTube stuff is besides Sean's channel.
That's right, of course. Yeah, I'll tell you another one of mine, which if you're into horror, which is the Grim Life Collective. They do some great on-location stuff of things like Dracula's Castle. And they went through Edinburgh, and we're talking about all the history of that. And they shoot everything in 4K. They do filming locations like for the Goonies or E.T., but horror movies too. They're great, man. That's one of my favorite channels. Cool. I love this. Like and abide, dudes. Right on, awesome one. Awesome one's awesome. Yeah. The year of the dragon, and since I play for the Los Angeles Dragons, I foresee us winning the Division 1 title this year. Diesel, God bless you. I want it to happen. Let's do it, man. Let's do it. Yeah. Happy New Year, Shanth and Rocky. Happy New Year to you, John. We love you, brother.
Happy New Year, John.
Yep. And J-Bot Art, great to see you, my friend. Happy New Year to you. Yep. Simply Green. Ants Canada. Ants Canada. I'm almost there. Abide.
What's Ants Canada?
Simply, I don't know, but Simply Green's going to explain it to me.
Okay. Tell us. I'm so
Tell
curious.
Us, Green.
Ants Canada. I feel like I have to rearrange the letters.
That's right.
Santa Dank.
This is getting scary, man. This is getting. I feel like you're walking into some dangerous territory there. I don't know what's happening.
Snat. Nakda. Snackada.
I don't think it's an anagram.
Oh, that's the name of a channel.
Oh,
Ants
nice.
Canada.
There you go.
Is it Ants Canada or Ants
on
Canada?
YouTube?
I'm writing it down.
A bunch of Vivariums and ant farms. Oh, very cool. The Fleischer Cartoons YouTube channel is doing some awesome 4K restorations of their stuff. Popeye, Betty Boop, boom.
I love it.
There you go, man.
I love these recommendations. I'm writing them all down. Oh, speaking of which, I'm sure, Shanth, you know this, but isn't it January 1 that Steamboat Willie is now, public domain or whatever?
Steamboat
Willie. Is it January 1?
Yep. Yeah, it's public domain right now.
So what does that mean? You can make your own Steamboat Willie?
Mickey Mouse, the trademark, is not available, but the design of Mickey Mouse and the name Steamboat Willie is in the public domain. You can use the original Works design of Mickey Mouse.
So we should do a comic called Steamboat Willie.
Yeah, I mean, dude, seriously. Anybody could. But here, I said to my wife about this, I go, think of all of the characters that are in the public domain. You got to have something good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You gotta have, like, it's the craziest thing. It's like, think of if Batman was in the public domain, right? Think of how many people know in their heart of hearts what a good Batman story is. Do you know what I mean? And you're gonna try to step into those waters and tell a good Batman story, right? And I'm sorry to say, we saw that with Star Wars, man. People coming in who weren't George Lucas and were like going, I'm going to make this better Star Wars than George Lucas's crappy prequels. And people are like, this is the worst thing we've ever seen. Because, yeah, that's what I love, though, the arrogance of that first movie when they go, this will begin to put things right. And I go, oh, guys, please don't. That's like hold my beer. That's a prelude to disaster. Let's just don't do it, man. Don't do it, man. Yeah. Oh yeah. Krug Smash is the other channel I was thinking of. Dwarf Fortress. Let's plays with art. Superman will be there soon. Yes, he will be. Carpe Draconis sees the dragon. That's very true. There it is.
Thanks, Simply Green. These are great.
Yeah, guys. It's cool to have, like, you know, a bunch of, like, it's weird. I've started watching. There's a few commentary channels or pseudo commentary channels I watch, but I've actually stopped watching those and started watching a lot more channels of people building things and traveling places to interesting spots. Do you know what I mean? Like, just walking tours of places that I haven't been to, because I think it's so much more interesting, man. That's the fun for me of all this stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. I mean, I was very non-YouTube culture for the longest time, and my kids were constantly on YouTube watching stuff or whatever. And I'm just like, I was the old dude. I was just like, what are you guys doing? You're just watching, you know, consumer content. Like, gotta watch good stuff or whatever. But there's so much good stuff on YouTube now. It's pretty incredible.
Was the same with my kids, man. It was the same with my kids. I was always like, I remember was coming in, they'd be like, Dad, you can't just watch YouTube all day. And I was like, come on, kids, hit this bong. And they were just like crying. And then eventually they told me to clean up and start YouTubing, and here I am. No. I mean, my kids are great, because my kids would come up to me and they'd go, I'd be doing stuff on YouTube. And at the beginning, you know, nobody's watching you on YouTube. And it's like, unless you have an awesome friend like myself. But it's like, nobody's watching you on YouTube. And my kids were hilarious, because they were just like, they're like, I'd say, oh, someone's watching. They'd come down and go, I'm watching right now. I'm your viewer. And I was like, oh, God bless you, man.
At least they watch you. My kids won't even watch.
They did. Yeah, it's too embarrassing. It's too cringe.
It is. I don't want them to watch.
I know.
But they're excited for me. They're excited.
Yeah, dude, the kids are great, man. I recently found a channel called
my daughter. When I was telling my daughter, like how many subscribers or whatever, and she goes, "That's so adorable."
That's where they are, man. Diesel in the house saying, I recently found a channel called Twin Paranormal. It's two twin brothers and their best friend, and they go around to different paranormal hotels, houses, etc. Oh my God, dude, I'm checking that out, Diesel.
That
man
sounds
after
awesome.
my own heart. Believer into believers. That's right, man. That's how you do it. I was watching Odin builds. He was a cosplay craftsman who had his shop next to a train track. He had a train cam when it passed. Oh my God, dude.
That is so crazy, but sounds awesome. I love
this stuff,
I'm writing it down.
Diesel, I'm down. I'm absolutely going to check it out, brother. I'm absolutely going to check it out, man. Yeah, I mean, we've got some of the best folks in this space right now. I was listening to, you know, Razor Fist talking about, you know, the Iron Age and all of that stuff. God, I still can't believe how out of nowhere, like how quickly the interior and poster artwork for his Western comic came together. I mean, I was like saying, this is nuts, man. You know, it's
the one that you did.
The one I did, dude. It was like I was watching Razor Fist, and then one day I went to go see what he was up to, and my artwork was the thumbnail of one of his, you know, things about the comic, and I was like, what is happening? Yeah. You guys really don't want to know the YouTube channels I have on all the time. You know, listen, you know, if it's something that's, you know, not safe here, just hit me up in my DMs. There's a bunch of battle channels that either cover theoretical fights like Minkov's Battlegrounds or historical battle report style like History March. Oh my gosh, yeah. I saw something that really freaked me out in a great way, which was I saw this guy who builds convincing miniatures that he can take to outdoor lighting and set up his camera, and you think you're looking at it, and I'm like, get out of town with this, man. Like, this is just freaking nuts, man. There's some serious talent out there, and I think that what we're sort of seeing right now is the slow coalescing of all of these incredibly talented people, man. You know? Oh, cool. I subscribe to a bunch of colorists that tend to sell stuff on Gumroad. Very cool, man. Yeah, lots of tutorials on aquaponics, survival, traps and snares. Yeah, man. Dude, yeah. Maybe we can get Saul into watching Shanth. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, get everybody into watching me. And Rocky, man. Thanks for being here, brother. Yeah, it's great to see you guys. Let's see here. There was also a European lady who had cosplay costume designs down. Oh, yeah, down to an art. Not sure if she's still on, though. Yeah, guys, there's been kind of this rebirth now into craft, and craftsmanship-centric YouTube stuff, showing people how to do things. I watch bookbinding YouTube channels where this guy does medieval style stuff. He just hit 100,000. He just got his 100,000 play button, right? And he's this guy in Canada who's just doing old bookbinding. He goes, I like to film things in 4K as I'm doing these books. Never kind of thought this was gonna happen. He's like, my wife is like, I don't know, babe. It's hilarious, man.
It's really amazing. Dude,
it's crazy. David M. Bird is a great nature photographer. Wow, that used to work at Lego. Very cool. He makes little acorn people called beacorns and photographs them in nature with animals. My God, dude.
That is the craziest sentence, but I love it.
Did you like me reading it? I think I'm doing pretty well, man. Yeah, I have been watching Blacksmiths. Love watching that. Making swords from anime games and movies. I'm a big fan of watching Richard. I think his name is Fur, or I think his name is. He did the Viking sword for Nova, and he uses old techniques to build swords on slag-free steel. That dude's amazing. White T-shirt media is a staple for me. Basically, it's a couple of a couple that got a police scanner who live in the Bakersfield, California, and they go to crime scenes. Oh my God, dude. Wild. Yeah, there's everything.
These are amazing,
dude. Seriously. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's. I love it.
I mean, it makes you think, right? It makes you think, I guess YouTube is kind of that. It's that pool where you can find your weird channels that you like, but it also makes you think, as you put yourself in front of the camera and become a YouTube content creator, what kind of channel would you want to create? What kind of network would you want to create, or whatever? Whether it's one channel or several channels of different content. That's kind of what's running through my brain all the time. What kind of show would I want to watch? What's that?
That decision was made really easy for me. I can't do commentary content. Can't. Because I worked as an academic for that many years. I am so tired of talking about stuff. I'm just burnt. Even when I think about doing teaching streams, I paint and I will answer questions, but I get almost about to think about doing it, and I can't, because I'm so, I spent so many years around people talking about what other people were doing. And I think that it's great if people can do it. It's funny, while I talk, and you guys know in the chat, I love talking to you guys, and I love as I work. This is the center.
He likes talking, guys.
Yeah, you'd think that until I get off stream. You've seen me like that. I don't know if you've ever seen me post presentations when I'd go to colleges and stuff like that. People are like, do you want to go out to eat and talk? I'd be like, no. And they just look at me like, that's kind of rude. I'm like, I can't do it anymore, man. I can't. Oh, Lord. When I got COVID, right, and I got it first, YouTube will slam this video. But when I got the coof, and I was like, we didn't all have it yet.
Taken off. J-Bot Art's
all right,
taken
J-Bot.
off.
Take care, my friend. Good night and Happy
New Year. Happy New Year.
I was alone upstairs, and my wife said to me, she goes, yeah, beer bug. Thank you, John. My wife goes, I just feel so lonely that I can't be with you. I just could use a hug right now. I said, babe, the second you get around me for like 5 seconds, you're going to go, all right, shut up. I'm trying to do things. And which, of course, happened. But I was good, dude. I do great in isolation. I'm just in this zone working. That's why I can do this, you know?
Yeah.
It's nuts.
No, I mean, it takes a certain kind of person, just the different aspects of YouTubing, right? Like, can you talk? Can you talk and draw at the same time? Like, I'm not even near that, but I know I have to get there. So it's going to take practice and just kind of doing it. But like, you can do it. It's like that Bob Ross thing, right? You can do it. And like
teaching, that is the one great thing. Doing demos, people are always talking at you while you work.
And I'm so like, I'm not a good multitasker. So like when I have to think about what I'm saying to other people while I'm drawing, I'm like, ugh.
Dude, it's funny too, because people, and maybe parenting too helped a little bit with it as well, because people are always talking to you while you're working. Some of the really intense, heavy stuff.
Yeah, I'm not a good parent.
I can't do this here. But teachers don't. It's the craziest thing in the world. Teachers don't do demos for 2 reasons. One, they don't know how to make art. There, I said it. And the other reason is because or actually a couple of reasons. Another reason is they're afraid they're going to totally, die and do a terrible job. And I just got to this point to where I didn't have any of those particular fears, because I'm like going, well, look, it's just going to happen or it's not going to happen. But I remembered how much I learned from demos. That's what sort of drove me. And I got better and better at talking. And what the weirdest thing is about doing demos and painting kids, for all you kids at home, is not lying. That's the hardest part of doing it. I want to tell you exactly what I mean by this. When you go off to college and you get academic training, they over-conceptualize everything. And they have a strong belief in auteur theory and the fallacy of intent, that everything you do is by intent. And you get so practiced in trying to come up with a BS reason for why you're doing everything, you're lying. Some things you just do, some of the best work is done just, you don't know why. Maybe there are these things that build to it. But they want you to psychoanalyze yourself as you're working, and you cannot do the audio commentary for your life as you're living it. It's not possible.
Yeah.
And is it fun? That's a big factor. You know what I mean? Like, that's, John's like, what? They're all up in their heads? Who would have guessed? Yeah. And you can see in their output. I've done more artwork in probably the last, 6 years than I've done in the preceding decade. Easy. And when you met me when I came off the school, I was a machine, dude.
Yeah.
But it was like everything became intellectualized. Oh God, what else do you have, man?
No. Hang on a second. Let me get it.
I'm about sick of being sick. Oh my Lord. But yeah, it's I don't know, man. It's a crazy thing, because a lot of the stuff that we do, I actually admire people. I don't mind explaining what I'm doing, but I admire people who, like Dan Lawless, when Dan Lawless is breaking stuff down, I'm like, oh, thank God, somebody's kind of, carrying the torch for that education aspect of things, because I'm just like, I can't do it anymore, dude.
So I found this. This was in that stuff that I was going through at my my sister's place. I actually took Nick's class the first year he taught his class.
Yes,
your
dude.
buddy Nick. Look at this. Horrible.
Oh my Lord, dude.
He taught like a sci-fi.
I'm going to make you laugh there.
Look at this horrible stuff.
Dude.
I don't even remember what the assignment was.
I think I remember you doing that. What year were that? Freshman?
This is freshman year. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I think I remember you doing this.
This is my version of Little Red Riding Hood.
How do you hold on to all of your stuff, dude? I have nothing.
I don't know. Dude,
you are amazing. Good Lord. I don't even have photos of me as a child.
I got a B in Nick's class too.
Yeah, I'll rag on him about that tomorrow when I talk to him. So for those of you guys who don't know
what this was for.
My
know
oldest
what this
friend
is for.
is this gentleman right here. My closest friend was a teacher when we were in college, and you actually took a class with him, which blows my mind.
Yeah.
Cranberry Langers, good morning. Shanth and Rocky, good morning to you, Cranberry, and Happy New Year.
Cranberry.
Beautiful New Year.
Happy New Year.
Oh, God bless you. American Discord says it's a fun-looking piece. Diesel says that's awesome. Indeed,
Oh, thanks,
indeed.
guys. It's actually really horrible, but thank you. I appreciate that.
Or you could take the compliment. You know, like that's another.
No,
cool thing
I
you can
could,
do.
I
It's
could,
welcome.
but
Yeah, just
it
a
was.
thought. Happy New Year
Nick
from
didn't think it was that
Langers.
great either.
The stream was a puppet stream. We played a Jeopardy game with real questions and troll questions. It was fun, and I didn't win the channel T-shirt prize. Dang! But hey, you were on the field. You were competing. But yeah, like
That was one thing I saw Bancroft do on one of his streams.
Mm-hmm.
He did some sort of like raffle or something, but it was
with
tied
the
to
wheel.
the chat. Yeah, no, it was tied to the chat where people would put a hashtag in the chat.
And it would enter them
he
in
had
the thing,
some,
yeah.
Yeah, it was amazing. I was like, wow, how do you do that? So I was like looking that up today of how he did that.
Yeah, we have all of us who are doing this stuff, and you're the same, man. I mean, your production on your channel looks great, dude. It's like
Thanks.
You learn all of these things, right? And everybody will tell you, you know, I always like to look at some of the really successful folks in any endeavor, and they all kind of say the same thing. They're like, yeah, you've got to learn the tech stuff, you've got to learn the art stuff, you've got to learn, you know, what you do. Yeah, Rocky's already a streaming pro. Self-deprecating is job number one for us. That's hilarious. But
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You see, like, the stream you did when you were in Paris and you were going to all those comic shops was freaking pro, dude. It was great.
Thanks. Thank you.
That
was
great
fun.
thing.
That was really fun.
Yeah, if you had fun doing that,
good.
you should be doing more of that, dude. Going to places around San Francisco. There's some really great things there, dude.
No, I will. And I've been talking with a lot of the comic book store owners here about it. And I'm thinking of doing a few interviews with people that I know that do comics. And there's some, you know, local guys here that I'm trying to get in touch with. So it'd be cool. I mean, I think what it is it's definitely excited me. Just trying to figure it out, trying to do it has excited me again. And it's an excitement I haven't felt in a long time. And so it's fun just kind of leaning into it. And, you know, you've definitely pushed me off the cliff a little bit. What's that?
You brought this on yourself with your unintentionally horrifying text you sent me. That was a total hardworking parent text, but I read it completely wrong. I was like, how are you doing? And you texted me back and you said, I'm dying. Now, if you had known what else was going on in my life that day, you would have totally misread that. And I remember thinking to myself, like, and then you were like, no, I'm fine, dude. And I'm like, all right, I'm good.
Yeah, I remember that.
Horrible.
Yeah.
What a horrible thing to have texted somebody at that moment. Don't do it. You don't do it, kids. You don't do it. But this is the thing that was so funny about it. I was saying, you know, look, man, come and hang with these folks, man. Look at this, man. We've got Shelby Robertson here, man, who's just an amazing artist, amazing inker, amazing. What does he not do? He does it all.
Yeah. Who was it? I think it was either
baby.
Awesome. I think Awesome One was the one who pointed me to your channel, Shelby. I think you were inking a Batman drawing or something on a blank comic cover, which was awesome. Yep. So yeah, I was super psyched, and it just popped up in when I was doing a stream. Somebody mentioned in the chat, and I got to go watch that. So I love that connectivity. It's really fun.
People are just, you know, have the ability to be very real in this space and just, you know, talk about the things they love and not think. Like, I'm sitting here painting in gouache at 4:29 a.m. in the East Coast. Okay.
January 1.
And we've got January 1, baby, 2024, guys. And Year of the Dragon, folks. And I'm just doing some fun scribbling and roughing in on the cover for my second painted comic book, which sounds horrifying to even contemplate at this point. Lauren said to me when I was wrapping up the first book, and she said to me, she's like, wow. I said, it's kind of really just hitting me. And she goes, you must be exhausted. I bet you can't even think about the next book. And I'm like going, are you serious? I was like, I've been fighting thinking about the next book. I'm ready to go. And she just was like going, I guess that's just a thing you have. And I said, yep. It is just a thing I have, man. You know, like, I need to be doing this stuff. Anybody who's been doing comics or making art, remember I was, when I was teaching, some parent was on a college tour and they said, how do I know if my kid's an artist? And I said, first of all, you know, I don't know, like, you either know or you don't know. But I go, but if someone were to ask me, like, how you know if, you know, you should be an artist, I said this to the student, I said, you don't have any other choice, is the best answer I can give you. You have to have no other choice. You have to need to do this, you know? It's crazy.
Yeah, do or die.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, die
What was
is
your
gonna happen
quote?
anyway.
What was your quote at the beginning? Live, laugh, love.
Yeah, guys, look at me. Live, laugh, love. 2024. Shanth Enjeti art. Live, laugh, love. Dude,
No, that's not gonna work.
Dude, yeah, because I like the Shanth Enjeti art one. You know it, dude. And I said it to somebody the other day, and they were like, "Damn, son." I said, "Yeah, give nihilism no quarter. That is my rule here. Give nihilism no effing quarter. Period." You know, it's like I have seen so much. And you know this, man. Even traveling to India, and I know you've traveled too. I have seen so many people who do not have a glimpse of the opportunities that we have to create, to communicate, and to bring positivity out there. And the last thing I want to do is take anything I'm doing and turn it into my own, you know, turn my audience into my own personal emotional dumpster. That's the one thing I definitely don't want to do with this thing. I want to get people excited. I want to lift people up. I'll tell you, somebody who is kicking my ass on YouTube and dead is Bob Ross. He is still lifting people up from the effing grave. Do you understand? Bob Ross is like, hey, nice view count. I'm in the afterlife.
Do you know who's kicking my butt and dead?
Yeah. I was talking to somebody and I go, this is the thing that scares me, man, about like people like, you know, freaking Ivan Earl. Like, I'm worried that I would, like, go, I'm going to show Ivan Earl I can do a better painting than him. I dig his ass up, take him up and say, look how good I am. And he falls over and makes a great painting. Like, I know it would happen. Do you understand? I know it would happen. He's that good. He's that good. And so I sit here and I go, what excuse do I have? People had to work on all of this stuff, and you know, those streams are so low. I'm at 90% volume and can barely hear him. Oh, Bob Ross. Yeah, well, Bob Ross is like, hey, everybody.
He's
Bob
dead.
Ross here. Yeah. Don't hate the player. Hate the game. Remember, snitches get stitches. So let's paint a beautiful... And I'm like, Bob, if you turn up the volume, if you play him backward, don't play it backwards. Terrible. No, I'm kidding. But it's...
Bob couldn't upgrade his mic. You know why? Because he's dead. That's
right, he is, yeah. That's the dream, man. Lifetime versus kicking people's ass post-death. You're right. Bob Ross does more than you before 9 a.m. every day and has been for 29 years. That's right.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah,
I think I don't think we ever appreciated. I think now that, you know, YouTube and people are doing this, like, talking and drawing at the same time thing. It's a thing, right? Mm-hmm. I don't think I know I didn't ever appreciate Bob Ross and what he did at the time that he did it. Now, like, with the technology that he had available.
With the technology he had with 22 minutes.
22 minutes.
Missing a piece of his pointer finger. Let's add that to the mix, right? Because he lost it building a barn. And with 22 minutes on PBS and talking to you while he did it.
Yeah. I mean, not only talking to you, like teaching you, and then, I just don't think we appreciate it. Yeah, being positive.
I mean, there was that time that he got really negative after his wife died, and he said, this was like, I watched the stream and I went, if I could be that level of dude, because he goes, you know what? You got to paint these things, and because they bring joy to people, and so they help people getting through the tough times to get to the happier, sunnier times, and I'm waiting on those sunny times right now. That was the only hint he gave you of what he had been going through. And I always tell people, I go, yeah, guys, I can't do things are so much harder now. I can't. Look, guys, we're all here. How incredible is this? People helped me to fund a fully painted comic book. Period. Period. This shouldn't exist. Do you know what I mean? This shouldn't exist.
You know what's amazing, Sean? And I know you know this, but I'm just going to say it out loud. Not only did people help you fund a comic, but you got to know them, and you built up relationships with them. And granted, they're not you're not seeing them face to face yet, but you've built up real relationships with people that are supporting your book, which is crazy. That is just crazy.
It's over.
That are all over the world. All over the world.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, I will say this, man. I had hoped. I see this as a thing. I'd love to say I'd hoped something like this would be possible when I was younger in the future, but the truth is, I did not have the ability to dream this big. That's just a fact. You know what I mean? And now that we're here, I'm just like, wow, this is happening. I took a trip to deliver a copy of Nosferatu to H.P. Lovecraft's grave, filmed it so my fans could see that. And I'm just like...
You should do another video and go back and see if it's still there.
No, do you know what the thing is? H.P. Lovecraft's like, oh, holy cow, man. So you're 47. Yeah, I died at 46 and changed, the horror language. But it's great to see somebody like you lifting my work and making something the second rate. And I'd be like, you're racist. That's what I would say. Straight ahead. I would just go right there. No. God, when people tell me that, dude, I just want to slap them. I'm like going, is that the only thing you think you can beat him on? Because I bet if I, Anyway. I'm like, but I'm going, this guy was a genius, you fools. Yeah, was he crazy? Yeah, he was. He was crazy and paranoid and nuts. Did you see what he wrote? That should scare you more. I met a lot of racist people, and they don't scare me as bad as his stories did. Gotta tell you. But it's a crazy thing. You racist. I love it, Grimberg. But no, I mean, it's this guy, right? This guy is in this crummy town, has a horrific childhood, horrifically abusive mom, all that stuff is there. And he's these are times when you can't get your work out to the world easily, let alone out across time. And he changed the language, right? I was listening to people.
What year did he die? What year did he die?
He died. Oh, jeez, I can't believe I don't know the year. That's embarrassing, but I don't. Shoot, because it was early 1900s, I think. HP or was I think it was. Yeah.
Let's see.
What do we got?
1937.
1937. Yeah, dude.
Wow.
Nuts. Yeah, and I mean, and it was rough, man. Yeah, why is it that racist people tell the best stories? You know what's so funny is, this is the best part. Why is it that anybody can tell a good story? Why can anybody do it? It's so hard. I was explaining this to somebody. I was talking to Lauren. I know I was talking about it on stream. A Christmas Carol is 11,000 words. And it changed the meaning of Christmas for the Western world. It changed the way we think about charity and generosity. It concretized this idea of the spirit of Christmas. It's a ghost story about Christmas. Yeah. You cannot find a Christmas Carol in the Bible. It's not in there. It's like Santa Claus. It's like, what chapter is the Easter Bunny? Not in there. Not a part of it. And you look at it and you go, by the way, guys, all of these characters that I've just talked about, Easter Bunny, Santa Claus, all the characters in Christmas Carol, are in the public domain. Steamboat Willie is just the tip of the iceberg, man. Yes, indeed, and bow to Mrs. Enjetti. She's a legend, man. And this is the other thing, too. I mean, I know I showed this last stream, but I'm going to make a mess again and do it because it's got so much crap attached to it. This is the Four Horsemen,
that's awesome.
Jacob Marley figure.
So, did they do a series? Like, were there other characters from Christmas Carol in that series?
No, this is their first one. They have the Headless Horseman. They do a series called Figura Obscura, and Figura Obscura are a lot of them are literature based. So they had some Santa Claus figures. They did 2 versions, but they did a Mask of the Red Death figure. Nice. Which is crazy. They did a Headless Horseman, and I love the Headless Horseman.
Do they have a YouTube channel?
Comics? Happy New Year. Yes, they do. But the best YouTube channels like Dork Layer that review all their stuff, check them out. That's the best stuff. But yeah, Christmas Carol is overrated. The Olsen twins in Paris is way better. Agreed, Cranberry Langers. We all know this. What's up, Apex Comics? It's great to see you, man. Yeah, Happy New Year, Apex. Yeah, I mean, I love that stuff. And it was not meant that we should go. Yeah, that we should voyage far. H.P. Lovecraft, you're absolutely. Or is it? No, it's not H.P. Lovecraft. It's No, it is H.P. Lovecraft. Yes, that's right. Call of Cthulhu. Yeah, the most merciful thing in this world, I think, is the inability of the human mind to correlate all its contents. We live on a placid island of ignorance in the midst of black seas of infinity. But, you know, like, as a writer, I feel like I could have, like, done better with that. No. Yeah, I went to his grave.
Oh, they did a Father Christmas toy.
Yeah, I cut this dude from the video. I went to his grave and I was like, this is No Sparrow. It's inspired by you. And the skeletal hand came up from the ground. And I was like... He was like, nice shit. And then he just... That was it, man. You know, and then he was like,
try.
no, I'm... And it was like...
Non-whitey. No.
He goes, I'm kidding. And I reached for him and he went, psych. And then it went down. It went right down. There's my man, Dan Plagle. How are you doing, brother? It is great to see you. I've been watching your streams, man. You're kicking ass. Keep getting after it. Keep getting after it, brother. You are the man. And Happy New Year, Dan. Wonderful. Psych. Yeah, that's right. That's what he said, American Discord. You know how it goes, man. It's brutal. It's brutal out here. It's brutal out in this world. H.P. Lovecraft is being mean to me. What can I do? But you know what? Poor H.P. I don't think anybody was mean. H.P. Lovecraft was meaner to anybody but himself, man. That dude, he died like horrible. Like I tell people, I go, you gotta be mad at somebody. Be mad at somebody who had a better life than him, man. I was like, his life was just like, like, oh man. It's when you read his life story, you're just like going, yeah, he had bigger problems than even that. Like, oh, that dude. Rough life, man.
Did they have anything? Life. I didn't know. Did they have anything in Providence for, like a museum for him or anything?
They don't have a museum, but, you know, obviously his grave is a massive mecca, but they had a convention called, what's it called? The Necronomicon. It's the best name for a convention.
No kidding.
Yes, dude. Yeah, man. I mean...
They didn't call it the Necronomicon Con?
No, it's been weird. Well, it is... All conventions got a little bit of con in them, don't you think? And... The thing is that, you know, you think about movies like Evil Dead, all of these things that come from his work. And I just think, you know, we've got to just, like, if Steamboat Willie is the copyright or public domain idea that leads us to create better work, that's sad. Because the stuff that's already in the public domain is incredible. It's like someone do an outstanding, you know, Robin Hood book. Somebody do an outstanding anything. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it was not for, like, it's not for lack of public domain material. Look at Vaughn's Terror in the Trenches, which you should know well.
Yeah.
That got some fantastic artwork out of you guys. You know what I'm saying? It's not because we don't have material that we could use. And then also... Hell yeah, create. You know, and you can create leaning on this stuff too, man. It's awesome.
So what's your thought process when you're starting this, when you're doing this, as far as
Nothing.
like... Okay.
No, my thought process for this was I did do a little thumbnail sketch of what I wanted, and it's my thought process for just the basic gist of the sketch are the Steranko pillars. Thanks to Bill for sharing those. right? Danger, mystery, sexiness. That's it.
Yeah.
And I just go until I think somebody might pay money for it. Like, it's got to be that good. Like, seriously, I everything I do, it is the most liberating, in the truest sense of the word, way to define your work, because it's outside of your own head. It's the same thing with YouTubing. It's attracting an audience. Amen, Apex Comics. Amen. I could think of some interesting Steamboat Willie stories. Bob Ross paints Steamboat Willie. I love it. He becomes sentient and starts slaughtering people. There you go. Shanth is picturing dog memes or the post. That's right. That's what it is. That's totally what it is. But it's just, it's like, when I was doing this piece, I'm thinking of just adventure, man. A million things, right? But it's, at the end of the day, it all happens here. You know, people witness it here. So I did this trackpad sketch, and I'm like looking at the cover of, you know, Nosfero book 1, wherever the heck I've got a copy of that kicking around. You'd think I would have one closer at all times, but I really don't now. But I was looking at the cover of Nosfero book 1, and I thought, I've got the sword down, like, and all this stuff, but I want to keep to a very classic hero with the sword. Like, I don't want people... Nosfero as a book and as a pulp adventure story is very to the point, and it does what it says on the tin. It's like writing a pop song or a rock song, in a sense. It's like writing a pulp song, so to speak. So there's got to be a damsel in distress. She's got to be somebody who has character you like. There's got to be a hero who's got a sword, and then it's layering all of those iconic things into it. Do you know what I mean? And
yeah.
What I get to do within that space is, it's incredible. Like, I think it's, how do I put it? If you set out when you're creating your work, not about like what style is speaking to you or what this or what that, it's like, that's all bullshit. And it sends you down terrible roads. It really does. If you start saying, I have to entertain people, I have to grab people by the throat, bring them into this and say, come check this out. And I've got to use everything I have in my arsenal to do so, which storytelling-wise is infinite. Infinite. Scale, all of it is you can do. I can have as you've seen in some of my other stuff, I can have a giant that takes up the whole page and a tiny figure down here if I want to. I can move the camera back. I think it's when we get into the conventions of thinking about comics as cinema, which is useful to a point, right? We get into trouble, because I look at things like The Dark Knight by Frank Miller, and it's just badass. It's a comic. It's not a movie. It's not cinema. It is its own thing. And I think about, even Spawn by Todd McFarlane, which is just straight ahead, you know, let's go. Look at this. Or Rocketeer by Dave Stevens. Everybody knows the Betty Page page turn. Everybody knows the page turn where Rocketeer takes off the ground for the first time and he's coming at you. It's comic book moments are different than movie moments.
Yeah, for sure.
We have to create comic book moments for people. You know, it's
I mean, there's a lot of there's a lot of artists that work in, you know, film or animation or whatever, and they do comics. And sometimes when I look at their books, I'm like, these are great and these are awesome. Not all of them, but some of them, they're stuck in that cinematic world a little bit, which is great. And it just looks like a bunch of storyboards, but it doesn't take advantage of like the whole comic book medium, the whole comic book, what comic books can do that no other medium can do. Right. So, that's what gets me super excited, is when I see comics do things that it's not just a vehicle to turn into a movie eventually down the road. It's like, no, you can only see this in a comic book. That's why it's so incredible. That's why I love Frank Miller. He's one of my favorites, because he does things that don't translate to other medium.
And make the movie adaptation, if such a thing is ever to happen, feel free to make it work. Feel free to give it a challenge of, how do I bring this to the screen? Do you know what I mean? I'm so tired of people, you know, dumbing their stuff down, you know, for you know, movies. They're just like, oh, we've got to make this look like this, or we've got to, make this thing, be easier. Make something that's a great comic. It's not going to get anywhere. Yeah, nothing quite like the page turn. Absolutely right. And I think one of the comics
that's why I have a hard time with like digital comics too, because you lose that. You lose that, and it's not to knock it. Some people love it. Some people are great at it, are great at creating digital comics or whatever. But you lose that page turn. You lose that, not being able to see the entire, or being able to take in the whole page at once.
Yep.
Or not. You know what I mean? Like, so I think being able to control that with the physical medium is so powerful, and then you lose that a little bit when you do it digitally and you zoom into panels like artificially. It's really weird. I've never gotten into digital comics.
I want comics in any format anyone wants to pay for them in. Do you get what I mean?
True.
No,
yeah.
But I mean to say is that. So I'll give you a really good example. There are movies I own on Blu-ray that I own on iTunes. Sometimes I own that I rip the Blu-ray that I have as an MP4, so I can do frame by frames. I want to both pay the people who make the thing, but I want to have some flexibility. And so sometimes there are comics I have that I have a PDF of it. I have 2 hard copies, 3 hard copies sometimes. And but I will say that having your copy of a book, there's just nothing like it, man. Like, I love having my copy of a book. It's too cool, That's the thing that I will always, be very grateful for, that I have, that opportunity, that particular opportunity. Because it's incredible, man. It's incredible to do this kind of work and have the chance to do this kind of work. Because I didn't know where this stuff was going to go. When I started it, I was like, all right, well, we'll just go. We'll see where this takes us. And it's like, here I am. And I can even adjust the camera settings and things like that too, which is what makes this stuff so fun. I can actually bring up the brightness on this and adjust it so that people can really see the process as I work on it. They can see the paint mixing. And I certainly, if someone were to say to me, when you were in college, did you think you'd ever be doing painting streams that people watched? I'd be like going, well, first of all, I don't know what a stream is, but also I don't know how to paint, so obviously not. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Yeah, and guys, you're so right, Cranberry Langers, about owning art. I sign every one of these books, as you know, but I also write thank you and sign my name to every box I pack. So you're getting a thank you note when you open it on the cardboard with every time I do this, because I want you guys. I don't know if I'll do it with book 2. I don't know if I'll do it with the next one. God knows, probably will, but it's the way I am. But I know that there are things that only people who back this book this round, and people who get, the first printing for a lot more money on the next campaign, are going to have that, Shanth controls the horizontal and the vertical. That's what it's all about, man. But it's too fun, man. It's too fun. I love this stuff. I love taking care of the people who back these books, but I also, it's more than that, because if crowdfunding is really going to work, it has to be backing the project. Because one of the things I've been thinking about crowdfunding a lot lately, and that people don't understand about crowdfunding, is you're actually supporting the opportunity or the ability of the person to make this project come to life. And if I'm being honest with you guys, most of the money, particularly with interest rates and with inflation that's gone through the roof, most of the money was not to support the making of the book, although it was used for that. But if I were to add it all up, most of the money was for the production of the book. So it really was like a pre-order. You know what I mean? But with no salary. Do you know what I mean? For making the book, right? That's a part of how we put these things together. That's how we're building it. And the ideal aspect of this is, and that's why I'm so grateful for all my YouTube channel members and subscribers, all you crazy people, man, like Sumo Thorian and Jim Cox, who, gift channel memberships, and all of you guys who become members. That's what pays, for this stuff. Yeah, I ordered my 2 copies of Nosferatu. I've been packing those up. And I'm going to tell you guys, I put so much care into when I get these boxes. There's the filler sheets of cardboard that come with Gemini mailers. And Rocky, I'm going to help you with all of this stuff when we get there, man. Like, I will absolutely help you with this. You put the cardboard's fillers in, and I order extras of those so that I can make sure all of the corners are square and there's a lot of padding in there. Because I want to make sure I give the books the best opportunity to get to you guys pristine. That's what it's about for me. So there's just a ton of just extra labor to make it great for you guys, man. That's what it is about.
Do you like that part of the process, the fulfillment part?
Hell yes, I do. Yes. Hold on a second. I want to grab something real quick because it'd be a great, sort of wrap things up just a little bit here with it. But let me grab this for you guys so I can show you. I'm going to try not to dox anybody.
Let's see what we got in the chat. People talking about digital comics.
I'm going to cover up this name here. I'll show you a little bit of what I'm doing. So this is a package. It's not even finished sealed because I'll put more fragile stickers on it. I can't flip it over because it's got the person's address. But I write the name of the person after I seal it, so Lauren knows who it's going to. But these are the corners I get with these folding boxes. And so I take these and I pack enough cardboard filler on either side of the books to get to this line so that I can get a nice square. It has these designated marks. So I make sure I put in enough filler. If it's shy of that, even if it's 3 on each side of these filler cardboards, these sheets, I do it to keep that square because it's going to make the box have more integrity. And then I put tape on the corners several times to make sure that the corners are held with tape, almost like I'm binding a book. And I'm doing this for 600 packages, right? And because I don't know how to describe it, but I remember when I went for my job interview for, my college teaching job. And one of those things that was interesting is they said to me, so what questions do you have about this position? What are your questions for it? And I said, I don't have a question. I just have a comment. I was like, I'm not here for the title for assistant professorship. I'm not here for this. I'm here for the work. That's what I'm excited about, is to do the work. And I've worked for a lot of people who I would say pay lip service to complimenting people like me who work our asses off for our work. And I do a lot of work for people that people don't know about, just to try to help and do things like that. And it's just who I am as what I do. It's just how I always am going to be. And there's the one thing that is always amazing to me about that kind of stuff is that when you do crazy work for people who don't appreciate it, and then you start doing work for yourself and you're not carrying other people, it's life-changing, man. Because I still help people, but with SHANTH ENJETI art, it's just me, man. Oh my God, Cranberry Langers with a $2 super chat, brother. Thank you so much. I appreciate a very small tip. Hey, listen, every bit counts. And let me send some love and some ladies your way. You do need cheerleaders, because we all do. God bless those girls. But this
were those the first 2024 cheerleaders?
Yeah, those were the first cheerleaders of 2024. Perhaps I think they might very well be. And it's
congratulations, Cranberry.
That's right, baby. That's how we do it. So yeah, guys, when I sit down and I do the stuff that I do, like I was talking to Lauren and I said to her, I go, babe, I was going, one of the reasons why it's important, or the great thing about us getting Nosfero out, is that you hear people, there's a whole group of people who suddenly realize, oh my gosh, I want to get another copy of this. More importantly, there's people who realize going, oh man, that book actually came out. Because there are people, as you guys know, channel members are trying out those emojis. I wish I could share them on screen, but I love seeing it, guys. I said, there's people who crowdfund books and they never put the book out. And she's like, I can't imagine that. She was just looking at me and said, I can't either. It makes me nuts to think about that, right? It's like, what are you gonna, what do you do? That's crazy. And so when the book comes out and people get it in their hands, they go, oh, this is real. There's a lot of people who suddenly feel much more comfortable backing the book. And
Sure.
My attitude is, my people who get in early and back it when it's not certain get a better price. Second Chance campaign is not going to be as cheap as it was for the First Chance, because you can't. One, it's not financially doable. Like my wife and I were just like, yeah, this doesn't happen. You know what I mean? If it's not financially doable, that's just it. Like, people got to want to see this stuff happen in numbers that make sense. But I also said, and it's also not about putting a ridiculous price point on it either, but one that is not, we're not out to screw ourselves, to put it simply.
Sure.
But it's I wanted to reward the people who were here and made it happen. You know what I mean? It's that's it. Like, these guys made it happen, and I love it.
Yeah.
I love it, man. It's like, this book is real, and so these packages are going to be tight as a drum.
Well, I can't wait to get my copy. I'm
you're
waiting
in the next
on
batch,
bated
by the
breath.
way. I've
No
got
way.
your name over there. Yeah, dude. I've got you. I've got Andy Smith. I've got Dan Fraga. Like, there's a bunch of people who are in that batch that I can't wait to send their copies out. So
my corners better be perfectly packed.
Do you doubt it? Do you even doubt it? Yeah, we're living the dream, guys. You guys are making the dream come true. That's the way it is, guys. All right, so here's what we're going to do, guys. We're going to wrap up now because it's 5 o'clock in the morning here.
Oh, my gosh.
I have to tell you this, guys. Happy New Year.
Take a shower. Happy New Year, everyone.
Yeah, we got to have breakfast. Let's just have breakfast. Let's just push on.
Oh, I wish I could have breakfast with you, Sean. That would be awesome. Actually, we were talking about, maybe trying to make an East Coast trip sometime within this next year, and I
don't know what it's going to be, but I'm going to be out of town. No.
Screw you.
There he is. Oh my god. So yeah, dude. So let's do this, man. Let's do this. We're gonna wrap up here, and I want to chat with you afterwards. I don't know how that works. I may even just call you on the phone because I don't know how eCam works. It's just nuts. But guys, thank you so much for being here. Happy New Year, as I always love to say.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year, guys. Absolutely.
Cheers.
Happy New Year, guys.
My hot water.
Indeed. Cheers to hot water, guys. Let me say this to Speakeasy, guys. Stay gold. Keep the faith. And peace. Because that is what my name means. We love you guys so much. I want you guys to have a wonderful new year. And we got exciting things on this channel, both of our channels. And you're going to be seeing Rocky on my channel a lot more now that we're figuring out all this crazy interview
now that I'm
stuff.
now that I don't have the watermark across my face.
I thought you weren't going to bring that up anymore. All right. But all right, guys. We're going into 30 years on this. God bless you guys. We love you. Take care, and we will see you guys soon. Take care. There we go. What's up, dude? I don't know why that just happened. Why did it just go to that camera? That's weird. Hang on. We still live here?
I see. I just see my face. Can you hear me?